There's an old saying that goes, if you're gonna be dumb, you gotta be tough. And if that's true, there's a bovine, bonking, union trash, and troglodyte who's tougher than the shoe leather. He can't stop licking like a lollipop. And reminding him that as a farmer, he probably shouldn't be trash-talking all of the hard-working union members whose tax dollars pay the government subsidies he subsists off of, really got under his skin like a vaccine he undoubtedly has a conspiracy theory about. Wouldn't you say?
We're so rich and subsidized, why do I worry about the bills that I'm gonna pay? It's called disaster payments, you dimwit white.
I'm guessing this is news to you, Farmer John, but plat maps and farm subsidy payouts are public information. According to that, you very publicly don't even own a farm, so I don't know what you're bitching about, but your daddy's farm, on the other hand, not including the subsidized grain you feed, the subsidized crop insurance premiums, the tax breaks, the tax exemptions, the propped up markets. Farm you pretend you own has received $811,000 in direct farm subsidy payments, only $325,000 of which were disaster payments. Not that it should matter, because you told everybody that they don't deserve a handout, that they should work harder and climb the ladder. So if you need a disaster payment, it sounds like you didn't work hard enough to save for a rainy day. What does it matter? Because well over half of your subsidy payments weren't disaster payments anyway. Not that you'd know that, because, you know, it's not your farm. Anyway, after I got under his skin, his page became almost exclusively videos about me until he got smoked so hard in his own comments he ended up deleting most of them. But it was nice to see him making content about something interesting for once, even if it was all out of context and completely missing the point. Then in one of his dirty deleted videos, he tried to insult me by insinuating that Emily, my significant other, is unattractive compared to whatever poor creature he's burdened his existence with. And that insult almost landed, but just missed on account of the fact that we all have eyes. Want to know what I think about your significant other? Not a goddamn thing, because I'd have to be pretty pathetic, insecure, and desperate to have to go insult a random girl's appearance to get under your skin. So I am happy for your livestock that you found a human that can tolerate you, because we were all starting to get a little worried that when you say your girl's out chewing the cud, it wasn't a figure of speech. And while your insult was truly pathetic, I'm gonna give you a pass on it, because I'm sure you were just mad that you gave your soft hand so many blisters staring at pictures of Emily that you forgot to come up with an actual comeback. But if that wasn't sad and pathetic enough, Bangs McNugget here sent me a private message begging me to apologize for making fun of his GoFundMe. Apparently, he still hasn't been able to grasp the fact that I was making fun of his hypocrisy and lack of self-awareness, not whatever the fuck he says he was raising money for. And if I just apologize, he would do me the favor of stopping whatever it is he thinks he's doing. Oh no, what will I do if you don't stop making embarrassing videos you delete every couple days? I do have to admit though, I am pretty embarrassed for him, because I don't think all of the videos and private messages and comments is conveying the message that he thinks it is. But there is something I do want to apologize for, because I definitely missed the signs and I don't want to get canceled. Signs like the total lack of self-awareness and the fact that his brain actually believes unions are bad. The fact that he can make numerous videos about one thing and still miss the point more than a stormtrooper. But I should get a little bit of a pass on missing those, because there is tons of people on the internet who've never sang a day in their life but still act like they're auditioning for Dunning-Kruger the musical. There were some signs I really should not have missed, and that one's on me. Like not knowing how a calendar works and bragging about how fast his account's growing when he's only been making videos for 4 months, but somehow his first video was posted in November. It's July. I really should have caught it when he couldn't count to 2. Then there was him talking like he was Dr. Seuss trying to write a book on bath salts.
Special friggin' flippity floppity flute, guy.
There was the backwards hat covering up the popcorn bowl belieber haircut that looks like he was trying to get cast in a Jim Carrey movie that has in the title. The fact that he refers to himself in the third person like he's Dwight from Fast and Furious. Or, you know, the grunt style t-shirt. That should have been a dead giveaway that all of the concussions from the repeated cattle kicks to the cranium have left him where he thinks the best dipping sauce for his chicken fingers is Elmer's glue. And even though it was clearly self-inflicted because cows can't consent, it's still not the type of person I should have been making fun of. So hey there, Farmer Fran, I'm real sorry for making fun. You really are the greatest creator in the whole wide internet, and I was just, how'd you put it, jelly belly of all the millions of views you get. You just keep up the good work, little guy. You're doing great. So I hope everybody can accept my deep, heartfelt apology, and I want to move on to tell all of you fine folks how you can identify if a creator is likely paying for views. Not Farmer Fran, of course. He's the bestest creator in the whole wide world, but since I was already on his page, I figured it was just easy to use some screenshots for examples. Now, any creator can pay the platform to get more views. It's called the promote feature. And while there's no way to know for certain if a creator's doing that, there's some signs that give you a pretty good idea. Obviously, there's just going to be some blatant red flags about the people. John McEntee is so lonely, he started a whole ass dating site, and he still can't find somebody to go to lunch and hold a phone for him, but we're supposed to believe that his 2.2 million followers are real. Or, you know, if somebody brags a lot about how many views or followers they have on social media, because every creator, whether they're 50,000 or 150 million followers, knows that they're not going to brag about video views, because video views are never consistent, and if they do, they're going to get humbled real quick. So here's some screenshots with creators with millions of followers and hundreds of thousands of followers, and you can see that the views vary wildly. And then here's Farmer Fran, the greatest creator in the whole world, and his views pretty consistent, that 20 to 50,000 range, kind of give or take, with, you know, a few outliers. Quick side note, because this timing couldn't have been more perfect. Remember when Farmer Fran didn't understand sarcasm and thought I was being serious when I said John Deere should send me free stuff for wearing their hat? The UPS truck just pulled up. A person who owns a deer dealership is a fan of mine and saw the video and sent me a bunch of merch. They even sent me a front end loader. Anyway, back to the video. Now you've become suspicious because you've noticed some red flags, and now you really want to know if they're actually paying for views or they're just the best creator on the whole internet like Farmer Fran. The best way to figure that out is video engagement. You go to their page and see how many likes and comments they're getting per 1,000 views. They'll always have some outlier videos and some accounts that do a really good job of hooking you into boring videos that you're not really going to interact with, but on average, it's 10 to 20 comments and about 200 to 300 likes per 1,000 views. For example, here's a bunch of my videos with wildly different views but very similar engagement ratios. Don't take my stats for it. Feel free to go check out some other creators. You'll find it's pretty consistent. Now let's look at Farmer Fran's stats. Now we've got this one here with 70,000 views, yet it's only got 2.5 comments and 140 likes per 1,000 views. Oof, the next one's got 2 comments and 140 likes per 1,000. 1 comment and 100 likes. Then we could get into looking at the shares and saves of what his videos have versus any other creator on a video with similar views, but I think you guys are getting the point. That's not to say that you can't find outliers that don't have organic reach, and the bigger a video gets, the narrower that margin's going to get. But if you ever wonder if a creator's paying for views and they've got all of these red flags, there's a pretty good chance they are. I just looked up the rates too, and it's not cheap to keep that up, but I'm sure mommy and daddy consider it money well spent to keep little Farmer Fran out of their way while they do the actual farming. Sorry guys, I was just joking. I must have got jealous again, because obviously Farmer Fran is a totally real farmer and the most bootstrappingest farmer to ever farm a farm. Then he became the bestest content creator in the history of the whole internet with massive amounts of talent and a better account than anybody has ever seen. And I should have known better, because he tried to warn me that I didn't want his smoke, and he was right, mostly because I'm pretty sure it's meth. And I'm just a jealous, lowly, talentless nobody who wishes he could be as awesome as Farmer Fran, but instead just expects free stuff from John Deere for wearing their hat. What's that on? No, he's not gonna get it. He doesn't get sarcasm. It'll go over his head like a Boeing before they merge with McDonnell Douglas. I swear, he's gonna think I really apologized. He won. He's gonna go brag to the 100 people who interact with his videos. It'll be great, and he'll stop bothering me now. I'm certain that shit.